Hey everyone, my name is Jamie, and I was about to say welcome to, but this isn't a game. Happy New Year! Yay! I've been seeing a lot of people were doing like, I'm looking back on 2016, and I was like, I have stuff to say about that. I'd like to do that too. So, yeah, I guess I'm kind of on the bandwagon now. But anyway, 2017, that's kind of crazy to think about, to be honest, for me. Every time there's a new year, it's really weird for me, because I'm just like, oh, that's a thing that happened. Like, we're in the future now, except it's not the future anymore. It's not. I'm rambling. Looking back at 2016, 2016 was a year. Like, not just a technical way. I mean, it was a year. Like, a bunch of stuff happened. A lot of good stuff happened. A lot of bad stuff happened. Especially with everything about all the people passing away that were icons, celebrities, musicians, etc. I don't want to go too much into that because that's not really like a personal thing to me because I didn't know any of them personally, but it still, some of them still did affect me. Like, they affected a lot of other people. But I just kind of wanted to do like a year in review from my standpoint and from what I've like my friends that I got to meet and everything. And I'll get into all that. Like, I'm gonna have actually made a little list that if I get off track, I'm gonna like glance over at periodically. But how's everybody doing? I hope you've had a great new year. I hope you celebrated awesome. I hope you had happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. If you celebrate, I hope that you guys are just doing great. I have full Zelda stuff. I have a Zelda shirt and my Triforce, and cannot see it great, and my beanie. I'm really glad to be back at home for momentarily. I'm still house sitting with no internet. That's another reason I haven't had internet for like 2 weeks. So our videos I recorded in Texas with my friends Kins and Kat, and they're gonna be up sometime eventually. There were like challenges, but I need internet and stuff to help edit them. So those are postponed for right now. Into the meat of the stuff that I want to talk about. So 2016 was one hell of a year. It really was. To start off with, I guess, I'm gonna kind of go like in a chronological order, I guess, and just kind of talk about things. I don't know how many of y'all would know this because I hadn't met some of you at the beginning of 2016. My great grandfather passed away in February, and it was about 2 weeks before my birthday, so that kind of hit me pretty hard. I was having some trouble in school and everything. I was having trouble with classes, and that just hurt a lot to have to go through that as well. So that was one thing to start off the year. And my great grandfather, he was very dear to me, very dear to our family, and it affected us all pretty much. Then March was when things went downhill for college because I am a chemistry major. Don't know how many people know that. I'm a chemistry major. If you're watching this and you're thinking about it, don't do it unless you think you actually really want to, because like I still love chemistry, but my real passion is art. I should have thought that through. So, okay. With chemistry, organic chemistry is important. It's important. And you needed to graduate. Well, I had taken this is my story with organic chemistry. I took OChem 1 my sophomore year, so like 3 or 4, oh my gosh, like 30 something years ago, maybe, yeah. Oh gosh, I've been in college a long time. I passed it. It was great, but there was a conflict. I couldn't take the second semester that year, so I ended up taking it my junior year and withdrawing because I suck. And then I was like, okay, I'll take it over the summer at another college. And I got a D, which does not count at the college I'm going to if it's from a different college. I was also taking 2 other summer classes and doing 2 jobs, but whatever. OChem is just not my thing. And then my senior year, my first senior year, get into that, I took it at a different college again, and I was failing, so I withdrew again, and it was like, I'm gonna do a challenge exam. I'm gonna just take a test and get out of here. Come May, see, this was March. March is when I withdrew and was like, I'm just going to do the challenge exam, which is where a professor will make an exam for you. If you pass it, you get the credit. If you don't get the credit. So, come May, I take the test. I don't pass. I don't graduate. There was sabotage, but I'm not going to get into that. So yeah, that was a thing. That really brought me down a lot because I had my hopes and dreams on graduating with like my best friend Elise, and I was so hoping that would work out, and it didn't. So that was just those few months at the very beginning of the year just kind of sucked. But there's a silver lining for everything. I am in. This is my second senior year. I'm finishing up this May. Hopefully, OChem is the last class I have left. That thing is gonna haunt me forever. And I was able to meet one of my really good friends now. Her name is Beth. She's amazing, and I was able to meet her because I was here an extra year and got a biology minor. So I was able to do other things with the extra year, so it's not all bad. I'm gonna try not to talk really long. I'm already talking pretty long. I got a lot more to say. If you guys are watching, this is awesome. Thank you. You guys are great. Okay, what was I talking about? Okay, June. One of the best months ever, because I found out in February, around the time my great grandpa died, it was shortly thereafter. My mom, it was actually on Valentine's Day, my mom was like, you know what? NSP is going to Indiana. I know you really want to meet them. I know you might not have another choice. We're going to get you your hotel ticket, your plane ticket, and you can pay me back whatever. I was floored. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So I got to go to Indie PopCon. Well, because Twitter is so great and wonderful and all that, Indie PopCon was like, hey, are there any first-time convention goers? And that's how I met my best friends Caitlin and Travis, was through that Twitter conversation. Travis was like, hey, I'm traveling. Do you want some travel tips or whatever? We can meet up at the convention. You don't have to walk around alone. Caitlin was pretty much the same thing. She messaged me, was like, hey, I can walk around with you so you don't have to go alone, which I really appreciated, because I was in a state, never been in by myself, convention, never been to one. I was very grateful. I also met Dragon through the same kind of way with the Twitter thing. So I was able to meet all of them, and it was amazing. It's one of the best experiences I've ever had. I got to meet NSP, freaking awesome at that. I got to meet NSP, I cannot say that enough, and I embarrassed myself in front of Danny really bad. But I kind of redeemed myself later, I guess. He told me to use my Triforce because I was nervous, so that was nice. But I met some of my best friends there, and we're still really close now. I mean, it's only been 6 months. Of course, we would hopefully still be close. And I met some people I really looked up to in the YouTube community, like the Completionist and the Nostalgia Critic and Ethan, Crank Gameplays. I met Wade and Bob too, and Tyler. Like, I met all these really amazing people, so that was a highlight in what had already been a very stressful, very not great year. And I'm gonna fast forward some and then come back, because one of the main things I want to talk about is kind of around like July, August-ish. But I want to kind of fast forward to November and talk about something you probably all know about by now, I would hope. Bella. Oh gosh, okay. Bella was my baby. She was my best friend. She was in a lot of my videos. You guys know Bella. Well, November 1st, she passed away, and I'm gonna try not to cry, because I mean, it's been 2 months. I should be fine, but it's still really hard, because I've never gone through anything like that before. But she passed away beginning of November, and it was pretty sudden. Like, I knew she was old. She was 13 years old. I knew she was old. I knew it was a matter of time. The whole year leading up to that, I was like, if there was anything weird ever, I would take her to the vet. Like, what is this? What is this? It was usually something mundane, something not bad. And she was so lively and so energetic, but there would be days when she would just be off, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. She had a pancreatic tumor, and that's something that unfortunately vets and people that deal with animals don't know what causes it. So it was not able to be caught in time. So that whole weekend was very not great, because I didn't know, and I wasn't able to spend a whole lot of time with her because I was out of town on a job, and I didn't know. I didn't get to take her to the vet. My mom had to, and she was on IV and medication, and I knew they had to do surgery. I didn't know how bad it was. I didn't know that what they saw was that. And the day before her surgery, I got to go. We were going to bring her home, you know, and spend another night with her just in the house. But she was so sick, and I know I'm rambling on about this, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys... Bree's my other dog. She's in that room, and she's barking. Please be quiet. 1 second. Okay, I think she's done. Yeah, we were gonna bring Bella home with us, but she was so sick, and she was still on medication, and they were like, if you take her home, there's no telling what's gonna happen to her if she doesn't have this medication, because she had an IV in her paw. Well, another thing was she was out of it because of the medication and because she was sick. So I would try to get her to look at me, and I don't think she knew what was going on, but I mean, I know she loved me. I know she loved Mom very much. And I got to sing to her at the vet. I was losing my shit, but I got to sing to her, You Are My Sunshine, because that's our song that I would sing to her, and I got to sing it that night. And then the next morning I went, and they did the surgery, or they were planning to do the surgery, and they called me back, and they told me, okay, here's the deal. We either do the surgery, and we can fix this, or it can't be fixed, and we need you to think about that and process it. So I had to think about it and process it. And they said, you'll get a few minutes with her before we, you know, go in and see what's going on. So I had her for about 5 minutes, and again, she was on her medicine. She wasn't really aware of what was going on, but I got to snuggle her, and I got to sing to her again. Again, still losing my shit, but I got to sing to her, and they took her back. I gave her a kiss on the forehead, and they took her back, and it wasn't able to be fixed. And I know that happens, and I'm really trying not to cry. I'm not turning this into an emotional mess, but I know things like this happen. I know they suck. I know there are worse things to happen, but she was my baby. She was my best friend, so it hit me hard. That is one of the reasons why this has been simultaneously the worst year, one of the worst years of my life, but also one of the best years of my life, and I'm getting to that. That was my November thing, and that's what I've been dealing with the past few months. I'm better now, obviously, but talking about it now, again, you guys haven't heard the whole story. That's what happened. So yeah, had her for 8 years, and she's amazing, and I love her. So going back to July, August, and then I'm going to continue the year out, and hopefully this isn't going to be a really long thing, probably like 20 minutes. I'm so sorry I talk too much. So July, again because of Twitter, I met an amazing person. I met someone, okay, I didn't meet them, but I got a message one day for Twitter, and it was from someone, and they said, "Hey, I really like your Zelda art that you're doing. Keep it up." And I was like, "Who are Epic? What Epic Hedge? Who are you?" So I messaged back, and we talked back and forth, and I was like, "Okay, he seems pretty cool. He has a YouTube channel. I'll check it out." I was skeptical. I'm sorry, Hedgie. I love your face. I was skeptical at first because I was always skeptical about online friendships. Like, a lot of my close friends now, yes, are online friendships, but 2 years ago, I was super skeptical of anybody that taught me online, because you hear things. And Hedgie lives in freaking Sweden, so I was like, I don't know what to expect, but he's one of the most amazing people I've ever met, I guess, and I'm getting to that. It's changed my life, and I'm gonna get to that. But I also wanted to mention people I've met through Hedgie. And when I say met, I just mean like we discovered each other like through internet, because all these people I'm about to talk about, and I'm actually going to put their pictures and things so you can go and check out their channels and their streams and whatnot, and put them all in the description so you can go and look at them, because they're all awesome and you should check them out. This is where my list comes in, because I didn't want to forget anybody. Because of Hedgie, I was able to get to know some really awesome people, including Zero, who actually, he coined the term "oh dear." He's the one that kind of came up with that, so that's where the whole "oh dear, dear army" thing comes from. But Zero, Kane, who's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at my list to make sure. Serious Squirrel, Fishing for Cookie, Catharsis. These are all amazing people. Please check them out. Zinvius Plays. I didn't actually meet him through Hedgie, but that happened around the time the whole Hedgie thing happened, because I knew Zinvius a little while before that, like a few days before, and we would kind of talk a little bit. But he's awesome too. He's from Australia. I'm pretty sure he's from Australia. Magic Zenith, who has like a fail meter channel thing. Okay, Kane does like wrestling and Stardew Valley. Oh my god, that's a great game. Zero does a lot of Zelda stuff. Catharsis, she has a really cool Okami playthrough going on right now. Cookie does some stuff with her husband. They have a channel. So I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of background. And then there's also Skinny Man Plays. I met him more recently. Again, kind of Hedgie related. Like, that happened around a conversation. But he's really cool, too. He does a lot of stuff with music. And then there's also Happy, Otter, and Sheep, who, they also live across the world. Like, everyone else I've kind of aforementioned, they live mostly in like Canada or the United States. I know Catharsis lives on the other side of the world from me. But yeah, Happy, Otter, and Sheep, they're a trip. They're great. Again, through Hedgie. So I know that was a big thing to swallow, but these guys are my friends, and they're amazing. Like, I cannot believe how many awesome people I've met in 2016, just through YouTube, just through internet. They are wonderful. All of them. They have all amazed me in some way, shape, or form, by whether just being like, "Hey, how are you doing?" or like, "I'm gonna send you a game because you're an awesome person and I think you're cool," or just like checking in with me. People check in with me now, and it's insane. Like, previous years, I hadn't had a whole lot of luck with friendships before, so that's why this is just kind of blowing my mind consistently. And back to the whole Hedgie thing. I talk to Hedgie almost every day. Try to mostly every day. He encourages my trying to learn Swedish, even though I'm pretty bad at it, but I really try hard. And he's awesome. And his YouTube stuff is great. He inspires me to do better at it. All these people inspire me to do better with what I'm doing, and try not to ramble so much and make it boring. and my beanie's falling off. Oh gosh, okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, it's just, I have a lot of love for all these people. They are all amazing and wonderful, and I'm so grateful I can say I know them. That's my big spiel about that. So Hedgie, love your face. Thank you for introducing me to so many amazing people, and I love you guys so much. You guys are great. I'm gonna leave a link to the description and put their channels and stuff up around places future me needs to do that. So this is gonna be a really long video description. Oh my goodness. But you guys should check them out. Please do. And lastly, for the month of December. So that was all like July, August up to now. I've known all these people for about 5 to 6 months now. Most of them at least. And again, they're all amazing. Please check them out if you can. They either do YouTube or stream on Twitch or Beam or some other form of entertainment that way. Mostly YouTube, but others are mostly streamers, so yeah. The month of December, I was surprised by my best friend Mackenzie, we call her Kens, and she surprised me with tickets to go see her in Dallas, Texas, to go see Game Grumps live with her. And this was the first time I met her in person after almost 2 years knowing each other and being best friends. She was my first online best friend. We met through Tumblr. It was a simple Tumblr post of like, oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm sick too. I hope you feel better. And that was the start of a beautiful friendship because of Jacksepticeye, actually. Because we both loved his content and we were just kind of in the forums, I guess, or whatever. But that was one of the best times of my life. I got to meet my best friend after almost 2 years of, knowing each other, and I can't believe that happened. It was amazing. And that's what some of the videos going up will be, kind of like what we did on our trip. Not necessarily what we did, but you'll get to see Kids, you'll get to meet her, and she's adorable, and you'll love her. I know you will. I hope you will. If not, you should, because she's great. She doesn't do YouTube actually, but she has a Twitter, so I'll probably link her Twitter if you guys ever want to go and check her out. Okay, so I just edited out a really boring part of me trying to fix this beanie situation here. But that was pretty much December, and as far as like, my mom has met somebody that is really amazing and wonderful to her, and my mom is one of the most wonderful people in the world. I love her to death. I'm so glad to see her happy. That's been a major highlight of 2016 for me, is she's happy. Like, my mom is happy. My mom's happy. I'm happy. That's great. I've rambled long enough. I wanted to reflect on all this. And 2016 was also, you know, I've been on YouTube for a year in September. I can't believe how many people are here. Goodness gracious, you guys are great. Like, I wasn't expecting anybody to be here. But through YouTube, I was able to meet so many awesome people, and it blows my mind. I've said it 1,000 times already, but you guys, if you're watching this, I love you. I really do. You guys are great. It's awesome to have friends that care and want to check in with you, and it's great, and I love it. You guys helped me through the whole Bella situation a lot too. Like, you won't realize how happy I was to have that support system, aside from like my family and my like friends in real life, who I don't have many of. It was great to have that support system. It was wonderful. So thank you. It means a lot. I'm not gonna cry. Which is not what this is about. This is about a new year and great things are happening, and we're reflecting on the 2016, and yeah. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys had a good 2016. I know it was kind of a crappy year in some respects, but there were some good times. I know some friends actually I mentioned had really rough, like, hard things happen to them, like tragic things as well. And my heart goes out to you guys. I know, I'm sorry about things like that happened, but yeah, this is a long video. I'm so sorry. I apologize a lot. I'm gonna try to work on that this year. It's not gonna be good probably, but I'm gonna try. Can only try. I'm actually gonna try some new things with videos too. This is what I'm just telling myself. Okay, wait. I'm really tired. I got a job. That's another cool thing that happened. I got a job and I love it. I get to play, like, not play. I get to, like, be around dogs all the time. It's amazing. Amazing and awesome and wonderful are some of my favorite words. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great, because you guys deserve to have the best lives possible. You really do. I love each and every one of you. And yeah, I guess this is the first video of 2017. We'll see how it goes. I'll get back to games eventually. I don't have internet, so this will be uploaded when I go steal internet from somewhere. Yay. I think, yeah. Yay. I'm gonna go now. Oh, wait, I have Link. I have a buddy with me to bring in the new year. Okay. As always, I will see you all later.